On November 22nd of 2021, two police officers were called to search a house after the owner suspected that someone had broken in. The house is an Airbnb that the owner occasionally rents out, but the owner was certain that no guests or renters were staying that night. She had dropped by the house and noticed the front door was open, so she called the police to search the property for any intruders. The police arrived and started searching, but something really weird happened during the search, leaving both officers very uneasy. All of the events were captured on a body cam worn by police officers. This is what was caught.
But they're out of town right now. They're with his parents.
And how many rooms do you have?
2 upstairs and 1 downstairs.
All right, we're gonna have to go and search the house. Is it okay if we go in?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have any like pets or dogs or anything?
No.
Right. Just stay here, man.
Police, if anyone's here, make yourself known.
Police. Anyone inside?
I'm gonna check downstairs, you get upstairs.
Police. Anyone inside, make yourself known.
Downstairs clear. Upstairs clear?
Yeah, we're good.
Now, something strange about this video is that every closet seems to be empty. However, the description of the video explains that this is because the homeowner occasionally rents out the house through Airbnb, which prevents guests and renters from stealing personal items like clothes. Therefore, leaving the closets empty is necessary. Another thing that viewers point out is that the police don't bother turning on the lights. This is actually normal though, as taking the time to find the light can actually endanger the officer's life. All officers must be ready to confront any danger during a search, meaning that all their attention is solely given to the threat at hand. Yet the doors opening on their own when the officer searches upstairs and the sudden footsteps heard right behind him are things that viewers can't seem to explain. Although the homeowner can be certain that no one is inside, depending on whether she believes in the paranormal and is living with a ghost or something else entirely, this video, like all others, remains a mystery. A family buys a doll from a thrift store, but ever since having it, nothing but strange occurrences have been happening inside their home. They believe that the doll is haunted and is therefore responsible for the strange activity that's been happening. The following are some of the things that happen. From toys turning on by themselves to things moving on their own, the family is stuck in a house that they believe is haunted. They have no idea how to stop the strange activity, but then one day, a friend of the family suggested that they light a white candle by the doll in the hopes that doing so would stop the activity. They do just that, but something very strange happens. The family sets up a camera in front of the doll to capture anything unusual that may happen. This is what was caught. The candlelight mysteriously gets brighter, but unfortunately, this had no effect on the strange activity. Things only appear to get worse. Like most videos, I'll let you be the judge on this one. Had something paranormal happened here, or was something else captured? This next video comes from a married couple in Ecuador known as Juan and Nicole, who have been experiencing strange happenings in their home. The couple doesn't know how to get rid of their haunting, so they post footage online to see if any viewers can come up with a theory. But based on their videos, viewers have no idea how to get rid of whatever is haunting them, as the footage shows that a malicious entity is following them wherever they go. Now, even though there have been countless occurrences caught by their CCTV cameras, only one piece of footage in particular is leaving many viewers on edge. It's late at night, and the couple is watching a movie with a friend, when all of a sudden, the friend swears that he saw a shadow from his peripheral vision. Initially thinking that the friend is just losing his mind, the couple shrugs it off, but when they checked the footage of the incident, they saw this.
No, mijo, esto tenemos que subirlo, Esto, mijo, uy, si es que hay alguien que sabe de estas cosas, que nos ayude.
Yo me quiero ir.
No. Mira, la sombra blanca, ¿sí la viste?
Sí, pero
No.
ahí yo fue que ya comencé a sentirme mal.
¿Por qué?
Porque mira, a ver, eso yo sí lo vi claramente, así, de reojo.
Oye, ¿por qué se
Mira, sí,
¡Uy!
sí viste, eso sí.
Uy, mira,
Yo no sabía por dónde ir, te lo juro.
miren.
Yo no sabía qué era.
It appears as though the friend actually saw a shadow in the room. The couple and the friend have no possible explanation for the strange shadow. Midway through the footage, they decide to search around to see if anyone might have broken in, but it was at that moment when the strangest thing happened. This is what was caught.
Es que estábamos con la luz del televisor,
Claro.
pero como que estuviéramos en el cine. Yo digo,
Uy,
¿cómo?
Dios mío.
Mira,
¡Uy!
ahí me tiraron la botella.
Sí, la botella.
Ahí me tiraron la
¡No,
botella, ahí me tiraron la botella y yo de una salí corriendo.
No.
No, yo te lo juro que yo no aguanto un día. Mira, se cayó
Uy,
el
no.
Yo no aguanto un día.
Pero,
me voy
uy,
a casa.
mira, ¿sí ves la luz que pasa
Mira,
por ahí?
la puerta de alguien como la tenía trancada. No
Mira,
podía
Mira,
abrir.
siempre, uy,
Mira.
¿sí ves?
Sí.
Ahí pasa.
Mira, del susto. ¿Sí ves lo que me pasó del susto?
Mira,
Uf,
mira.
uy, hasta el cuadro, Dios mío santo. Oye, pero ¿por qué se cayó todo?
No sé, ahí nosotros nos fuimos, nosotros no nos íbamos a quedar ahí.
Mira lo que pasó ahí, mira lo que pasó ahí. Mira eso.
Cerraron la puerta. No sé si hay algo o alguien que nos está haciendo asustar, pero te lo juro que yo ya no aguanto.
Estábamos solos en la casa, pero yo.
Mira, ahí está la...
All of a sudden, things begin to move on their own. It is at this point that they decide to bail due to the dangerous activity that ensued. Yet, it was after the door closed by itself when things take an even darker turn. Watch.
La sangre de Cristo tiene poder.
Mira,
mira ahí la maleta, mira.
loco,
Mira cómo la van arrastrando, mira
¿Por qué
cómo
no
se la van
oraron,
arrastrando.
hermano? ¿Por qué no se pusieron a orar?
Cambiémonos de casa.
Tienen que
No,
orar.
que eso ya...
No, eso de ley, eso de ley. Uy, pero ese peluche, Dios mío.
Mira, como que lo están jalando, ¿sí ves?
Es como que se para de cabeza,
Ese es el
¿qué?
peluche que te regaló Juanca. El que tú dañaste, ¿verdad?
Mira, ¿sí viste lo que pasó aquí?
Mira.
¿Sí viste?
Ahí pasa, ahí pasa.
Sí, mira.
Mira esa lucecita. Mira, es
no
como
vi,
que fuera que algo
Yo,
pasa.
eso nosotros no lo vimos porque
Mira,
estábamos afuera.
Estábamos afuera.
Pero es como que algo pasa. Date cuenta que es como que mira, ¿ves?
Mira, ahí va.
To this day, this piece of footage has left the couple scratching their heads, but viewers have a hunch that something evil is following them regardless of where they are. But depending if they agree or disagree with this thought, living with a ghost is enough to keep you on edge 24/7. As with all videos, I'll let you decide as to whether or not something paranormal is going on here. The following video was shot back in 2016, and it appears that not many people have seen it. However, even with less views, the video manages to evoke a spooky feeling. This video was recorded by a man named Leon, and right then, something really weird happened to his wardrobe. Leon films it in the hopes that it will happen once more. Leon waits patiently, but nothing unusual happens. He could have sworn that he saw the cupboard moving on its own, but as he records, nothing unusual happens. That is, until Leon shows the inside of his wardrobe. Take a look.
Voy a abrir el ropero.
Now there's a reason as to why there's a small clown doll in the closet. Leon says it's because of something that happened a couple nights ago. He doesn't go in detail about what happened, but ever since the incident, he's put it in the closet to prevent whatever happened. Now getting rid of it would clearly be a better idea, as he says, but it's a priceless heirloom that his family values, so trashing it is not a smart idea. However, as Leon continues to record, something happens that leaves him thinking if he should actually throw it away.
Acá el ropero donde mi mamá guarda es este.
La entiende mucho. Es una persona cuando se está enferma hay que entenderla. Porque solamente el sufrimiento que pasa a la persona. Ahí está echando la bola.
Sí, ahí estamos viendo.
Buenas noches.
Más a la noche, sí, tiene más actividad en la noche. Bueno, vamos a abrir a ver qué. Ahí se mueve. ¿Ya viste? Ahí como que...
¿Por qué no se gusta que hagan? Se enoja cuando
Sí.
se pone malo.
Bueno, pero tengo que abrir los cajones para que se vea que acá hay papeles y que hay ropa y que no hay nadie que pueda meterse adentro y vamos a abrir. Acá está el payaso.
Feeling doubtful that something would happen, Leon captures this. The wardrobe begins to shake vigorously on its own. The dresser rocks back and forth as though someone is trapped inside, but as we can clearly see, nothing is found to explain the movement. Leon even shows the space around to show that no one is responsible for its movement.
Como pueden ver acá, el ropero está pegado a la pared. No sé si se puede, no hay nadie como para que haga alguna.
As with all videos, this one is pretty strange, but let me know your thoughts on the footage. Just what exactly was causing the wardrobe to move on its own? This next video was taken by a man in Gainesville, Florida, who caught something pretty creepy while smoking a cigarette outside. It was 7 in the morning when this happened, and no one in the house was awake except for him. He was all alone, smoking, while listening to the birds around him. But after he sees something in the garage door, he was paralyzed with fear. Without delay, he takes out his phone and starts to record. Whatever it was that was inside his garage has left him too afraid to ever look inside that garage. This is what he caught.
Okay, cool.
Although initially nothing is seen at first, if you look closely, you can see what looks to be a face that just suddenly comes out of nowhere. Like something out of a nightmare, a pale face emerges from the darkness as it stares blankly with no motion whatsoever in its face. But not only does it lack any movement, but a body as well. This mysterious face doesn't have a torso or any limbs at all. Whatever this is might have just been a floating head. The man is certain that this wasn't a family member who was awake during this time because everybody in his family has a dark skin tone. Whatever this was appears to be very pale, having no other bodily features. Despite not having any updates, this video is still shrouded in mystery. This next video comes from Nathan Hughes, who is a professional photographer who's been experiencing strange activity at home. Nathan is also a dog owner. If he's not taking photos at weddings, he's most likely at home with his dogs. But one day, while sitting at home, Nathan notices one of his dogs acting strange. Molly, who was resting on the couch, began to shake uncontrollably as though she was seeing something frightening. Given that he has a big heart for Molly, he was deeply concerned by her behavior. If only he had known what she was seeing. This is the video he took.
Molly, do you want a biscuit? Molly. What's wrong? What's wrong? What are you looking at? What is it? Molly? What is it? Are you okay? What is it? Eat your biscuit. No? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Why won't you eat your biscuit? It's okay. There's your biscuit, look.
Molly appears to be seeing something that Nathan can't. Unlike most dogs who either growl or bark at something that humans can't see, Molly trembles in fear. Just imagine what Molly is seeing for her to be trembling like this. Although we can't be certain if it's something paranormal, there's no denying that Molly's reaction to whatever is being seen is pretty strange. Now it could actually be that Molly may be having a seizure, but according to a viewer, if that were so, then she wouldn't be responding to Nathan's voice. In the video, we can see her looking back and forth when being spoken to, suggesting that she's responding to Nathan's voice, which is often impossible for an animal having a seizure to do. So then, just what exactly is causing her to react this way? As with all videos, this one has yet to be solved. In this next video, two friends are exploring an abandoned paper mill with extreme caution. Other than the fact that the old mill is dangerous for explorers, rumor has it the old paper mill in Austin, Pennsylvania is haunted. Now the two friends are known as Kenneth and Justin, and they've set out to explore a place where residents have either seen or heard strange things. But the reason Kenneth and Justin are visiting this place is not because it's haunted, but rather to see what's left of it. They are urban explorers, and this mill is on their list of places to go. But little did they know that something terrifying would happen. Both friends are exploring the old mill when they find a dark space beneath the abandoned place. They search down and record this.
Well, I want to get that lower, closer down here.
There's a bone on the beaver dam there. Good.
Holy shit.
See it right there?
What is it?
A bone. Bone.
I don't see it. Oh, it is. What the fuck? Holy smokes. What was that? Hello? Yep, get the f out of there! Whoa!
Yep, no more of that.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
What was
I
that?
have no idea.
Without warning, a child's voice is heard near the camera. Both friends hear this and run away in a panic. Someone or something had responded to them. Although it could have been an actual child, but what's a child doing in a dark space of a building that's been abandoned for years? Now, nothing strange happens afterward, but throughout the trip, we can for sure tell that both men were left disturbed. Just who, or even what, had they heard? They have no idea, and they don't plan on ever coming back to find out. This next video was recorded by two friends who caught something pretty unusual while taking a walk through a forest. Both friends were shooting a video for a project, but they don't know that the forest they're walking through is said to be haunted. A few years ago, a young boyfriend and girlfriend were camping somewhere deep inside this forest where nobody could see them. The reason for choosing this dark isolated spot was so that no one would catch them doing illegal drugs. But this was obviously a bad idea. A few hours later, the boyfriend suddenly falls to the ground after taking a hard substance and begins to convulse. He had taken too much and eventually passed away. Immediately, the girlfriend began to scream for help, but nobody came. Now she too had passed away, but her cause of death is unknown. It wasn't until days later that the police arrived and found their decayed bodies. Ever since then, the forest has been said to be haunted by the spirit of the couple. Although some believe this, the following footage has left many wondering if this place is actually haunted by the couple. The two friends are walking through the trail inside this forest when this is captured.
What if I screamed to scare the demons? They would mimic your scream. That never scared me anyway. Maybe it's just a bunch of kids trying to summon demons. That in the forest we're in? Yeah.
The sound of faint screams can be heard coming from the forest. The two girls initially think it might be some kids playing around in the woods, so they continue to walk through the trail, but as they continue to listen, they realize that the screams are getting louder.
The more you listen, the less scary it sounds. The more I listen, the more scary it sounds. My stomach really goes now. Oh, you gotta get this. Yeah.
The screams seem to be coming from someone who's in need of help. Given the history of this place, which is said to be haunted, the two girls quickly fled from the woods. It's unknown if a real person was crying for help, but some believe that this might have been the spirit of the girlfriend who passed away in this forest. Now the girls eventually did call the police, but the rest of the story is unknown. To this day, no one knows for sure what was actually going on in this forest. On July 20th of 2023, a radio station in South America was airing a live broadcast that has left many viewers feeling disturbed. It was broadcasted online, so those who tuned in were totally creeped out. In the broadcast, listeners were introduced to a special guest named Antonio Zamudio, who is someone who's been experiencing paranormal activity. Antonio talks about these experiences throughout the broadcast, but then he talks about a scary encounter involving a clown doll that was given to him. Immediately, the whole studio went quiet. Listeners could tell that the atmosphere in the studio had changed. Everybody was feeling pretty uncomfortable, especially when Antonio later showed a video of the clown doll from his Facebook page. Antonio states the clown doll was given to him by a family who found it at a garage sale, but after they took it home, things got very strange, so they decided to give it to Antonio, given that he lives with the paranormal. But one night, after Antonio sets up static cameras in his home to record the doll in case anything strange happens, he captures this. Somehow, the doll moves on its own. Looking closer at the footage, it seems to move by itself at an upright position before dashing across the room. Clearly, Antonio was terrified beyond belief. It's no wonder why the family was totally spooked about this doll. Something is not right with it. Now, Antonio says that he keeps it locked up in a glass case ever since that night. It's unclear if anything strange has happened after that, but until any updates are given, the question is begged. Just how exactly did the clown doll move on its own? As with all videos, feel free to let me know your thoughts on this one.